Welcome, Leo, to your love reading for the week of May 14th. Well, the next few days, May 14th to the 17th of 2020. So, here we do have a combo spread that breaks down what you might be going through with your love interest or partner. So, the overall energy of theme seems to be the Four of Pentacles, and that is being a bit cautious, not too reckless with either your emotions, your financial security, and sometimes it's holding back a bit or being attached to somebody that you may be moving on from or trying to get some space away from as you work through your own emotions. I feel that's the theme kind of energy. So it's telling you. I just did Cancer's reading and they had that in reverse in the same position. So it's like they're needing to let go, and it's almost like if you're going to hold back a bit, it's telling you to work on self, and that's what I feel like you're doing with the Magician being there, and that is your emotions. When your emotions is coming through, it's when you realizing this week that you can write certain things down, you can speak out into the universe, you can speak to whoever you might believe in, um, the creator, and divine force of things that happen in your life. And if whatever it is that you want in your romantic love life, these are telling you to use those things to get what you want. And I'm not talking about in a sexual way. I'm not talking about going out to prostitute and get whatever you want. I'm talking about what it is that you can change, or if you want to make some changes to feel stronger or it being happier and more enthusiastic about your life. It's telling you to put that energy out there with the energy of Lord and hope. Now, those are oracle cards, and the Lord energy is often investing in responsibility and doing what you need to do. Sometimes it's like the landlord, or just being focused on your own land at this time and not inviting other people there or opening up the gates for someone to come through just yet, because they may be trespassing because you're not ready. You're not ready for a commitment or romantic relationship just yet, because there may still be a mild or intense at times attachment that you have with a partner or even a past romantic partner, because the person that you're dealing with, what they're bringing towards you, is the world. The world is a card of completion to me, and it's closure. And it's interesting that I did that for, it was a different sign I did that for, and it came out, and it was in a position of that the woman there was looking, she was looking left, like looking back, but here as well, she's looking away from you. So he or she looking away from you as you have your back turned towards them. So it's almost like having some space. Space does create a lot of healing and a change of perspective, and allowing some personal growth to happen when you separate from somebody and trying to find the strength to move on. It doesn't happen when you're constantly around someone or constantly going back to them and opening the door up. Opening that screen door constantly over and over again, it deteriorates, it breaks down, the screen breaks, those kind of things go on. So know when something is healthy for you and know when it's not. So I feel here, if anything, that the person that you have been dealing with, they know what it is to know about you and the connection that you two may have had with one another. And depending on what side of the coin you might be on, if this is the energy of moving on, especially these next few days, that's what it seems like. Embrace that. It seems like they're moving on and you're doing the same thing. There's no real face-to-face kind of thing going on. Even if you come face-to-face with something from your past, it's almost like a ghost of your past. With the Seven of Pentacles there, I can see it's like an angel, but I see it as like a spirit kind of flying out into the universe, and it kind of leaving something behind, but then thinking about the past at times. It's a lot of retrograde energies coming up when it comes to planetary alignments, with astrology, but I feel here more if it's you thinking about maybe money and stability there, and either to hoard it or to have faith that if you do let go, that things will be taken care of, that you'll be okay, depending on your intent, romantically or financially too. So that is your that's your response. The response is just thinking about the past. I feel with the Seven of Pentacles being there, what was. Now your advice is the Two of Cups, and often that's the card, say, generically speaking, of unconditional love. Now, it's, I say spiritually, that we're all one energy broken down into different experiences, different people, different forms, but all one of the same creator. And we have the free will to detach from that and make choices that we shouldn't be making spiritually, and that could have us go in a different path. But send love to someone that they've made their own decisions, or the decision to move on is like you coming face to face with that, and then being able to accept that person for who they are, who you are as well, and what you two have gone through, and not holding on to any kind of resentment, and allowing that to be. All right. And I feel with the Six of Cups being there as the outcome, this is often a lot of times that someone from the past coming up. They return to you in some kind of way. You see somebody, a past lover, you think about them, you, if anything, it's almost like a run-in or some kind of encounter with that person. Sometimes it could be through dreams, or seeing that person around your family or a friend or something like that. That's how that could be. And if you literally don't run into them, this is the reminiscing, thinking about someone from your past and still having that attachment. So when Let Your Friends is coming out, let your friends help you. It says ask and accept support from others. You don't even really have to communicate and ask for that support all the time. It's just being open to embracing your friends, or hanging out, or just seeing who you might be able to trust to even call them a friend if they've reached that kind of milestone, because that's something personal that when you give someone that kind of title, to embrace them as someone that you trust and that you're able to speak to. So that's what I feel, kind of having a good time the next few days, and just trying to allow the energy to be what it is. Nothing really too intense or too negative. It's just maybe holding on to something that you may be needing to release as time goes by. So embrace friendships, or just try to have that downtime if you can, to release any kind of energy that you could be holding on to. All right. So I feel like you're trying to find the energy that the other person has found, which is the answers that they've had. I feel like they found them, and sometimes they forget about the realizations that you two have kind of come to, and then where you came to the point of being able to move on, and them doing the same thing. So I feel like just embracing that and letting go, and allowing things to be the next few days. So that's going to be a reading. I hope the messages helped you out. If you would like a private or personal reading, you can always go to the description of the video, and you can email me to see what options I have. So have a good one.